I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. ...2022 Lexus RX450H.
F Sport without launch control. That's all I'm supposed to say. You're supposed to launch it.
What the heck is going on?
It's a CVT.
Usually it goes to like, this just like didn't ever get to red line.
Yeah, no, it's a good CVT. It's an e-CVT.
Horsepower and torque.
A combined 308 horsepower, and there's no combined torque figure, but you do get 247 pound-feet of torque from just the gas engine.
I'm gonna floor it. Like it'll just never meet red line.
Oh, I know. It took a while to kick down, but once it goes, you get that nice torque.
So last year we did an RX350. This is the 450 and it's hybrid.
Yeah, so it's not a plug-in hybrid. You don't have to really think about anything. The only thing you have to do is, well, you don't even have to, is you have the option of pressing this EV mode button, but it only really works at low speed. So if I press it right now, you're gonna hear a beep and it says EV mode unavailable because our speed range has exceeded.
Okay, full EV launch.
Careful.
Kind of weird, whatever, but if you're looking for your own Lexus RX, hit up tsb.truecar.com in the description below, or there's going to be a little link to click at the very end of the video.
Down below, discounted price offers.
Or the end card.
Yes, if you can make it that far.
Please make it that far.
Please.
I'm going to get a little scoot into cliche with everything off in Sport S Plus mode.
That turn-in was pretty good.
It's weird. It's like it's doing a lot, but it's kind of wintry, so it's not fully gripping. But at low speeds, it just feels good.
Yeah, this feels pretty damn good. This is the F Sport Series 3. We do have the adaptive suspension, and it is noticeable in this car, I would say.
I'm gonna put it back to Eco because I do not have any need for speed in this car.
I get that.
But I want to start with a tiny bit of looks because it does look good. We've got it in this nice red color.
Yeah, and it does look pretty good from the side, aside from these swirl marks and wax marks.
Yeah, leave your comments in the comments below. We don't wax these cars ahead of time. We don't detail the cars. This is how it came. It's not our fault.
This is how it came from Lexus. I'm sorry on behalf of Lexus, I guess. But I'm not even sorry because it looks bad.
But the paint is really good.
The paint is good.
Nice red color.
It's got nice depth to it.
Yeah, okay, from the front, same old Lexus, big grille, cool Lexus headlights. From the side, really good body lines, especially when they pop hard. How about these wheels?
They're pretty good. Nothing too special though. They fit the luxuriousness of it.
And then what would be the Continental recommended tire?
The Cross Contact LX25 or the Viking Contact 7 in the winter.
And then we got a little bit of cool floating roof design on the side too. But moving on to the back end.
The back end, again, pretty nice. The taillights are really, really nice. They have a lot of depth to them. They look very 3D-like.
Yeah, wicked Lexus taillights. I think Lexus taillights are all pretty much really good.
Yeah, and what about the exhaust tips?
What exhaust tips?
Yeah, let's take a listen from the outside anyways.
And then let's take a listen to the front, which is the EV sound.
That is really loud.
Our buddy Chris mentioned that it would be a lot cooler if you could play Ace of Spades by Motorhead instead.
Yeah, so definitely follow us on Instagram to hear what that sounds like. TheStraightPipes, it's really Jacob, Yuri Tereshin.
So overall, looks-wise, do you like the looks of this more than like a comparable German luxury SUV like an Audi, a BMW, or a Mercedes?
Yeah, I mean, I think it does look really, really good. It just looks very different enough from all those. Like, you could tell it's Japanese, you can tell it's a Lexus right away.
You think it's better than the Korean ones, like a GV70?
Ooh, no. Those are really good looking. Those are like more luxurious. This now looks more sporty and kind of crazy.
How about Infiniti, since we've been driving those lately?
Those look really good too, but I know what the interior's like, so no.
I'd say this is a solid choice.
Yes.
For the segment.
I would say so as well.
And if you like watching our videos and you're actually part of a Lexus group or a car group for the car you're watching, please share that video in that forum.
Club Lexus, I used to be a member when I had all my Lexi. Come on, share the video there.
Yeah, we can't really join every group and share it, but we would appreciate it if you did.
Thanks, guys.
And the next thing I want to talk about is the interior and specifically the infotainment. So we have the same system that we had last year where it's the BMW style screen at the top. It is touch, and we also have a touchpad to control it. Lexus now has a newer infotainment that we use, and I think this is much better because we do have hard climate buttons for everything where the new one doesn't. And they tried to explain to me why that's better, but they're wrong. This is the Lexus sweet spot.
And we do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It is a little bit far to reach from the driver, and like I'm pretty tall. I guess my arms are proportionate to my length.
Yeah,
so
but this is like an after.
It's a little far to reach.
This is an afterthought that they made it work,
Yes.
so it's still fine. And like this touchpad compared to what's it called, Acura touchpad, much better. And like I feel like I can actually use this. And this I think is better than a Mercedes touchpad too.
What about the backup camera?
Bro, my God, we're in a Mercedes as well this week. And the quality difference is embarrassing. And I get it. It's like nobody's complaining. We can keep selling it. Like units are moving and like we can't even build new cars anyways. So like why change it up?
Yeah, but they will update this at some point and it'll get whatever the new NX had probably because we drove that recently.
Was it that much better?
It was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the rest of the infotainment was not really.
Yeah, this is better. This is the good infotainment. I would have these crappy reverse cameras instead of the newer infotainment with a better reverse camera.
Ooh.
And then the last technology thing that I want to talk about is the radar cruise lane keep. This does have it. It is pretty all right, but it moves a lot if it gets confused, if the lighting is weird. It's still not as good as that original like 2017 Kia Forte 5. And in a 2022 model, if you're not better than a 17 Forte 5, it's not really good lane keep. It's
yeah,
like, it's okay.
It was good for me, but when it gets to like tighter turns and, you know, if you're going a little bit faster or whatever, it's not the best.
I had the sun shining, so it was like reflecting off the roads on the 407.
Oh, yeah.
The rich people highway in Canada that we get to drive on sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
And it was just like nah.
All right.
All right, your turn?
Yes.
Also, shout out those guys from Belgium who stopped us at Cliche Corner to say hi.
Yes, thank you subscribers for spotting us while we're filming sometimes.
Make the trek out from Belgium to Cliche Corner.
Belgium and Edmonton.
I'll give you $100 of my own money if you could hit red line.
Brake boost. Accelerator and brake pedals pressed simultaneously. Traction off.
Don't use the paddles though.
Oh yeah. Go. Come on. It's getting there.
It'll never get there.
Come on. Come on, baby.
It'll never get there.
Come on.
Okay.
Apparently my window wasn't fully closed.
It won't hit red line though,
Nah,
right?
it won't.
We'll try with paddles.
Okay. Downshift, downshift, downshift. By the way, this is an eCVT, just so you know why we're. Oh my God, it's still.
You still can't hit.
Oh, it upshifted me into another fake gear, so it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, this is weird stuff. Honestly, don't buy this car for driving dynamics, normal old car shifting stuff. It is just like a nice, comfortable luxury SUV with a little bit of handling.
Yeah, so I actually don't mind this eCVT at all. It's fairly quiet. It's not one of those like Toyota Corolla Cross ones where it's just screaming all the time. It's not loud, especially because it's really well insulated in here. We do have this F-Sport suspension, as we said earlier, so now I'm going to use that F-Sport suspension in sport shifting with my paddles through Cliche Corner. And yeah, it's understeering because it's a little wet out, but I mean, it's really... It's handling better than I would have expected it to in these conditions.
You turn the wheel and went straight.
Yeah, it's just understeering right now. It is all-wheel drive, but I'm sure it'll be fine in the snow. But right now, it's
not
for
condition.
sending.
Yeah.
Back into eco mode because who really gives anything about Sport S and Sport S Plus?
Slow right down and let's go full electric. Let's see if we can get into EV mode.
Okay, you gotta go slow.
Not
EV
yet.
mode, no.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Oh, maybe because I'm in my paddles. How about now? Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, now I'm gonna...
Whoa, dude.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Too fast.
Yeah, so if you're putting around, you know what I mean?
In the grocery store parking lot. Perfect.
In your EV, yeah. If you're underground parking garage,
just making...
You're not gonna be spewing out, gas.
Yeah.
Gas exhaust.
Just making sounds. You're gonna be making noise pollution according to the European regulations.
Yeah, less gas pollution, more noise pollution.
This is the future.
Ghost hunting videos have gone up 3,000%.
Yeah, ghost spottings have replaced UFO sightings. But onto this engine, which you're mostly in, it's the 3.5 liter V6 that you find in the regular RX350, just made it to with 2 electric motors. And if you floor it, takes a long time to downshift this fake CVT gears, and then you really feel that torque though. Like this is decently quick. It's obviously not Mercedes or anything like that, but the torque is nice.
It's not slow.
And the steering is fantastic. Like no issues, no weirdness, no like BMW questionable steering depending on the model. Like nothing weird here.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then the suspension, as I said earlier, but now for the comfort, it's really, really good. We do have the adaptive. If you leave it in normal, it's fine. Even if you leave it in sport, it's fine. This is such a joy to drive in traffic, other than the adaptive cruise lane keep stuff that you complained about.
Yeah, I mean, in like stop and go traffic, it's better because it doesn't have to do as much thinking.
Yeah, but the one thing about the suspension is I actually think the NX has better suspension in the newest model because it's a completely new model than this one, but this will get that once this gets updated.
And I can't remember a difference in those two. So if you're like me, you know. Like whatever.
Seat comfort, spectacular. Like no issues, really well bolstered, surprisingly well bolstered for a Lexus like SUV.
Yeah, it doesn't have up and down for lumbar, but it has forward and back for lumbar, which is cool. And then it's got heated, cooled seats.
And auto, which is nice because you could just set it to auto based on the climate controls.
Yeah, that's nice. And then also a heated steering wheel.
And then cool stuff in here, we do have an analog clock, which I love. And we also have physical volume and tuning knobs.
You had a CD player.
Yeah.
Wireless charger that's not really going to hold your phone in because it's very smooth.
But then we have a phone slot for your phone.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite nice. And then we have USB-A, no C in here.
But if you actually want to use the one for your Apple CarPlay, it's actually this one, not power. So it's like you got to have wires.
Which is also USB-A.
Yeah. I mean, do you really expect?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, your mode selector right here, pretty nice. Good buttons, like everything in here, very nice material.
Yeah.
You like these lines here instead of piano black?
Yes, I actually love them. What about the cup holders?
Cup holders are cool, and then this one goes down and you can push this button to raise it up.
So that's pretty convenient. And what about the visors, which I actually really need right now?
3, 2, 1.
Full pass, good job. I kind of want to leave mine up.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll allow it.
Because I'm being blinded right here.
Speaking of being blinded, we actually have a lot of vision out of this windshield.
Yeah, and then the actual dash ratio of glass to actual dash up here is kind of rare these days. Like there's a lot of dash, which is actually nice. Makes it feel very spacious in here.
I also really like the shape of this swoop that comes around here with this little aluminum style accent and everything.
Yeah, the overall design of this interior hasn't changed, but it doesn't really need to. It's very premium in here.
How about backseat room for tall freaks like yourself?
Yes, my slightly above average height. It's very comfortable, like no issues with headroom, legroom. You can actually move the seats slightly forward and back.
Got a lot of trunk room, and if we use the power buttons to drop the back seats, we have a ton of room back there for stuff. Pretty much just normal average SUV amounts of room.
And we've got the same old gauge cluster that we have in most Lexuses, except the thing doesn't move left and right, but you do get the cool white gauge in Sport S Plus. Not that you should ever really use Sport S Plus on this car.
And head-up display, which is good too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, overall, like everything in here is very nice. I like that it's hybrid and the kind of hybrid that you don't need to plug in and don't need to worry about anything, because we know charging infrastructure in Canada is all over the map. That's why we didn't have an electric car of the year, which they don't deserve it right now.
Yeah.
So for Canada, this is a good fit.
And the gas mileage compared to an RX350, this is amazing because I drove for a week. I tried to get as good gas mileage as I could using EV mode as much as possible, and I got in the 8s per 100 kilometers, which is very good.
So with everything out of the way, I think it's time we get to the price.
So this F Sport Series 3 that we're driving is $76,295.
And I guess the thing about Lexus is all the stuff has been around for a while, so you know it's reliable. You're not going to get as good interior technology and stuff, but if you own it, there's a chance that it'll probably stay on the road longer than like a finicky German car.
Yeah, you get everything that you can always rely on. You don't have to spend time at the service department, theoretically.
Theoretically. We actually don't know. We can't do reliability tests when we only have the car for a week.
I can promise you guys not a single thing broke in a week.
So let us know what you thought of this new Lexus RX. Would you take it over the German competitors? And if you're looking to get one of your own and you live in the United States, tsb.truecar.com in the description below or at the very end of this video.
Discounted price offers.